Hey everyone, it's Cheddar Sombrero here. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A session for 10,000 subscribers. But first of all, thank you all for helping me get there. I really appreciate it. So we have, I think like around 15 or 16 questions. So let's jump right into it, get it started, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, make sure to drop a like and get subscribed if you are new. So we got the first question being, what is your real name? All right, so I'm not going to go too in depth with that, but my first name is Nick, Nicholas. Either or, but just call me Cheddar. Just keep it simple. So the second question is, how old are you? I am 20 years old. My birthday's on June 25th, 1996. So next year I'll be turning 21. Why did you choose the name Cheddar Sombrero? All right, so I've said this a few times in the stream. If you watch my streams a lot, you probably already know. But the main reason why I got this name is because my good friend Daniel back, I'm gonna say, maybe like 2011, 2010, a long time ago. And he was eating a block of cheddar, like a straight, just fat block of cheese while wearing a sombrero. And I guess I was changing my Xbox name later that night or later that week or something, and I just thought of that, and I was like, Cheddar Sombrero. I was like, all right, seems pretty original. So, do I like to do vlogs? Yeah, vlogs are pretty fun. You know, they're different. I have to get out of my comfort zone because usually I'm just stuck here filming and playing games. But yeah, vlogs are cool. I'm gonna do more. First job. So my first job, I was doing like under the table construction for my uncle. It was all right. It was all right. And it paid. Let's just put it that way. Next question. Fave color. Well, I don't know, to be honest. I do like green, but yellow just seems to stand out, so that's a hard call. I'm gonna just say yellow or green. Did I expect to hit 10K after doing YouTube for really long? After not doing YouTube for really long? So yeah, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but I did take a break from YouTube actually at some point. I think it was after, say, March or April of 2015, and then I came back in November and January. And I started making videos, and then I started streaming in March. And I thought like after that break I was done because I'd just gotten up to close to 1,000, and then I had lost like a few hundred subs throughout the year when I stopped, and it was just like, man, I don't know what's going on. So I just buckled down, did work, found stuff that worked, and kept being at it. And you know, now I'm at 10,000. It's crazy. The next question is, do you have any tattoos? If not, do you plan to? No, I don't have any tattoos, but I'm not against it. I just don't have any that I want at the moment. So maybe in the future. What did you find most exciting about streaming when you began? So when I first began streaming, I really liked the interaction. I still do, obviously. That's what keeps me going, meeting new people. And it's just really cool seeing just a bunch of like-minded people come together and just have an awesome community. And it's just really nice seeing that day in and day out. So for the 10th question, we have real opinion on Infinite Warfare. Oh man, a lot of people have actually been asking about this, surprisingly. I'm gonna just be honest right now. I like the game. However, it hasn't gripped me like older Call of Duties have. Black Ops 3, you know, if I didn't have Destiny to rely on, I'd probably be playing Infinite Warfare a lot. But for some reason, with Modern Warfare and Infinite Warfare coinciding together with a release, kind of makes it hard to want to just sit down and play one game or both games at all. Because I'm like, if I want to grind on one game, I'm going to feel that I'm missing out on another. And it's a weird conflict of interest, at least for me. But I enjoy the games. I mean, as you guys can see here, I'm wearing an Infinite Warfare Zombies and Spaceland shirt. I went to COD XP. I highly enjoy the game. It's not really a game that I can play on stream as much. And yeah, that's that. What software do you use? So I use Open Broadcast software and the Elgato software to, well, stream, and usually for recording I use the Elgato software just because it has better quality and compression. And when I'm working on audio, I'm using Audacity to record my voice like right now, and then usually Adobe Audition to adjust it or fine tune it. And then usually I throw everything into Sony Vegas to export it and mix down and edit everything if I am doing video editing like I would be for this video. Why do you do YouTube? So I do YouTube kind of as a way to, I guess, express creativity in a way, kind of interact, and also it gives me a reason to just you know, it just gives me something to do, honestly. Like, before this, I used to play in a band, and that took up a lot of my time. That, hanging out with my girlfriend, and having a job. And I still have a girlfriend and a job, and I just don't have that band anymore. So I kind of look at this as my outlet for creativity or expression. And it's nice because it's interactive, and it's a lot more social than I used to be. So it's helping me get out of my my little shell, I guess you could say. And yeah, it's great. You know, I have a fun time doing YouTube, and there's nothing that I'd probably rather be doing than playing music. And I plan on doing both in the near future, eventually maybe having a music channel, or who knows. I have big things planned if this does take off. So this is a bit of a funny question. Favorite cheese? All right, so this is a hard one, honestly. I'm probably just gonna have to say mozzarella or something. I'm honestly, to be completely honest, secrets revealed, I'm not that big of a fan of cheese. I actually, when I get a hamburger, I don't even have cheese on it. I don't get cheese on my burritos. I'm not big on cheese at all, guys. But yeah, I've named Cheddar Sombrero. Yeah, that's how the world works, everyone. Alright, so for the 14th question, we have, what old school game do you miss the most? Man, I've gotta say I miss the old school Star Wars Battlefront. Hands down, that game was just that and the original Halo Combat Evolved were just my childhood. Especially Halo 2. Just being able to have those old school like arena style shooters and just kind of jump around, and like when internet and gaming online was fairly new, it's so crazy to see where it's gone today. And the simpler mechanics just made the game, it embraced the fact that it was a game, and that's what I liked about games of that era. And it's unfortunate that games are really trying to be super realistic now, when they're not embracing that fact that people do want a game that's just a game. Obviously, you know, Infinite Warfare, Destiny provide that, but they also have some depth of realism to it, which I feel like some developers should abandon and just express that creativity. Like No Man's Sky, for instance. Like, that game was held back by all sorts of things they promised, and it's just, the issue is people expect too much of video games nowadays, I feel like, and the developers, they don't deliver on their promises either. It's just because of all the hype that is generated. But I know that's already gone into a different conversation. But old school game, Battlefront, the old Tony Hawk Pro Skater games are sick too. And yeah, that's pretty much it. My first game system. I don't know if I can remember this one, but all the way back, I remember having a Nintendo 64. I know in my friend's house, he had an NES, my cousin actually, not my friend. And I did have a Nintendo GameCube, the Game Boy Color. Yeah, so I think the Game Boy Color or just the regular Game Boy was my first system I ever had. Unless we had like a regular PlayStation or a Sega Genesis. I don't even know, man. Like, it's hard to think back. But the first thing I remember, the main consoles that stand out to me the most are Game Boy Color, N64, Nintendo 64, and that's mainly it. Alright, so after reading some of the questions on Twitter, I realized that most of them were repeats of the ones I already had from my stream, or those are the same guys that had already did that. So anyways, that's just going to wrap it up for this 10K Q&A video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop that like button and get subscribed if you're new. Anyways, that's going to be it for me, Cheddar Sombrero. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace!